Hold on. Have you heard the most recent news? Are you prepared for this? Claressa Shields, the undisputed champion and woman who literally rules the ring, attacked Remy Ma in a hospital. Yes, you read correctly. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true that this explosive fight took place in a hospital room rather than a boxing ring, and what transpired was insane. The question now, however, is how a woman known for her strength and discipline could go from punching bags to flinging hands in a hospital bed. But what really happened behind those closed hospital doors? Was it just a fight fueled by old rivalries, or did Remy's shocking accusations hit a little too close to home for Claressa? Stay tuned because this story isn't just jaw-dropping, it's a game changer that you won't believe. This whole fight was started by one thing, a bombshell expose that went viral online, like a nuclear bomb leaking footage, shocking confessions, and details about Remy Ma that no one saw coming. Let's break this down because what we're about to get into is so unbelievable that you might think we're making it up, but trust me, it's all real, and this story is going to shock you. First, we need to talk about who's involved in this mess. On one side, we have Remy Ma, a woman who's been in the field for a long time, and on the other side, we have Claressa Shields, the undefeated boxing champion, who has faced some of the most dangerous fighters in the world. Remy has been in the news for all the wrong reasons for years now because of her time in prison, her feuds with other artists, and her contentious relationship with Papoose. However, she has also gained a reputation for being too bold and willing to start a fight at any time. So when these two powerful women clashed in a hospital, of all places, it made headlines for all the wrong reasons. But how did it get to be this way? How did these two end up at each other's throats in a place that's supposed to be neutral? It all stems from the explosive expose that Remy Ma dropped on Claressa Shields. It was so big that it's still reverberating online. And no, it wasn't just about the typical celebrity drama or some trivial rumor that could be ignored. Rather, it was an expose that purportedly revealed dark secrets about Claressa's personal life that were so shocking and twisted that even her biggest fans began to question her every move. The expose revealed everything from extravagant spending, sprees to corruption at the highest levels. And it didn't stop there. There were also allegations of power abuse, shady dealings, and even alleged connections to dubious figures. However, what really hit home was that Remy Ma, who had been closely monitoring Claressa's every move for months, was reportedly sitting on these bombshells just waiting for the right opportunity. It was time to drop them. And when she did, it seemed like the world stopped for a moment. Everyone, including fans and critics, was shocked, and some even started to doubt Claressa's career and the honesty of her ascent to the top. But wait, things took a drastic turn when the expose was released. Instead of just talking, the public accused Claressa of being too calculated and secretive. And that's when things got really dangerous because Claressa, the fighter, wasn't going to just sit back and take it, oh no. It wasn't long before rumors began to circulate that Claressa Shields were plotting some sort of retaliation against Remy Ma. And that's precisely when the situation escalated into what can only be described as pure chaos. Fans of both women were on the edge of their seats, waiting for something to blow up. But they didn't have to wait long as the drama unfolded, as sources close to both women began speaking out, giving Thea a clearer picture of what transpired. According to an unnamed source, Claressa was furious that Remy had accused her of being dishonest and manipulative. It seems that the expose touched a nerve, bringing to light past wounds in Claressa's life that she didn't want anyone to know about. Shame, pride, and rage make for a dangerous combination. But the real kicker in all of this was the hospital incident where everything went wrong. Now that the story is getting juicy, it appears that Remy Ma was present in the despite being a professional boxer who has faced some of the best, Claressa allegedly went off and physically attacked Remy in front of nurses, doctors, and anyone else who was unlucky. Claressa showed up at the same time as the hospital for a routine checkup. But what happened next is unknown. But we know that an altercation broke out. Not just any altercation, but a full-on battle that left witnesses and staff stunned. This story takes a crazy turn when we find out what caused the physical altercation. Was it guilt, shame, or just plain rage at being caught in the crossfire of Remy's explosive expose? Well, folks, we're going to go deeper into this mess, but let's just say if you see it. One witness described it as surreal, saying that Claressa wasn't just mad. She was furious, like she had something to prove, like Ray's words had taken something from her. Now that we've set the scene for this crazy drama, let's take a closer look at what actually happened after that hospital fight and delve into the scandal that's tearing everything apart, because this is where things really start to fall apart. First, let's be clear that this wasn't just a slap or a small altercation. According to several sources, the altercation in that hospital room was brutal, with furniture being thrown, fists flying, and Clarissa's shields allegedly attempting to strangle Remy Ma in front of everyone. Imagine two strong women, both experienced fighters in their own right, engaging in a full-fledged altercation in the most public setting possible, a hospital. But here's the twist. Nurses and doctors on the scene said they had to intervene to break up the fight, and even they were shocked by the level of violence. One nurse said it was like something from a movie, saying, "I've never seen anything like that." You would think that someone with her professional composure in the ring would be able to keep things together, but apparently this exposé hit her harder than anyone could have imagined, according to our anonymous sources. It wasn't just a petty back and forth between these two. Oh no, this was personal. Claressa was humiliated by Ray's accusations that she wasn't the champion she claimed to be there. Remy knew exactly how to drop the bombshells, and she did it at the worst possible moment, just when Claressa thought she had everything under control. In fact, Ray's exposé was so well-timed that it appeared as though she had been planning for months. She dropped it at the height of Claressa's career, just as the boxer was reveling in her glory. And that's when the backlash began. There were even rumors about her alleged connections to shady characters and hidden pasts that no one knew about. Let's discuss the public reactions, because this is where the real crazy starts. As soon as the fight was announced on social media, fans went crazy. It wasn't just that the two women were fighting in a hospital. They were fighting over some serious allegations. The internet was ablaze with tweets, Instagram stories, and TikTok videos that broke down every aspect of the altercation. People wanted to know if Claressa was the real bad guy in this situation, or if Remy was just making things dramatic for the sake of a good time. Then, as if things couldn't get worse, an anonymously leaked video appeared. It was purportedly taken by someone in the hospital and captured the fight in all its glory, with Claressa screaming, "You've been trying to bring me down for years, and I'm done letting you run your mouth." The video showed Remy on the ground attempting to get back up on her feet while Claressa loomed over her, ready for more. The comment section was divided among fans of both women, with some feeling sorry for her. Others supported Claressa, saying that Remy had gone too far with her accusations. One fan on Twitter wrote, "Claressa just gave Remy the beating she deserved. You can't go around making accusations and think there won't be consequences. Team Claressa." Another said, "Remy was, just telling the truth. Claressa is hiding something, and this hospital fight proves she's guilty as hell, but that's not all." When news outlets learned about the hospital altercation, they sprang into action with dramatic headlines. Websites like TMZ, The Shade Room, and even ESPN couldn't help but cover it, because, let's face it, this was more dramatic than most reality TV shows. They brought in experts and insiders, and anyone who would discuss it on air had people debating whether Claressa was justified in her reaction, or whether Remy Ma was simply doing what any journalist would do. Some observers went so far as to accuse the media of exaggerating the situation. One Twitter user posted, "Why is it that every time a woman succeeds, there's some scandal? Clarissa's battle wasn't about her past. Rather, it was about protecting herself from false information." However, things got even more complicated when rumors began to circulate online that Clarissa's team was actually getting ready to sue Remy for defamation. According to one anonymous lawyer, Clarissa's team claimed to have enough evidence to sue Remy Ma for everything. If were true, the situation would have escalated from bad to worse. It was no longer just a viral hospital fight. It was now a potential legal battle. Ray's accusations have damaged Clarissa's sponsorship reputation and could cost her millions of dollars in the long run. However, just when you thought the drama couldn't get any more intense, a shocking twist appeared in the form of a secret. According to rumors, Papoose, Remy Ma's husband, made a recording that purportedly revealed Clarissa's deep, private thoughts, some of which weren't pretty. According to one source, Claressa was heard saying, "I didn't want to do it, but they pushed me. Remy's not going to get away with this." Papoose had reportedly been watching Clarissa's every move, suspicious that his wife was being manipulated by the biggest women's boxing star in the world. If accurate, this might spell catastrophe for Claressa's career since it suggests that she planned her reaction to Ray's Exposé. Now, I understand what you're thinking. How much more can this go wrong? Well, hold on tight because we're only getting started. All right, hold on to your seats because we're going to hit you with the most bizarre part of this whole story, the aftermath of that hospital altercation. Oh, it's going to leave you shook. Not only is this situation getting out of control, but there are some very serious repercussions that nobody anticipated, so grab your let's start with the legal mess that is about to happen because the real drama is just getting started. Claressa Shields is allegedly planning to sue Remy Ma for defamation, and you can bet that this isn't going to be your typical celebrity drama. No, this is going to get real. According to people close to Claressa's camp, they're ready to take legal action that could ruin Ray's career in the process, and we're talking about millions of dollars in damages. People. You know what they say, when you play with fire, you're bound to get burned. Be about to feel the heat, according to an unnamed lawyer who has reportedly worked with high-profile celebrities. If Claressa can demonstrate that Remy's accusations have negatively affected her sponsorship deals, reputation, and career, this could turn out to be one of the most costly defamation suits in the history of celebrities, and with so many well-known sponsors supporting her, it could be a financial catastrophe for which Remy is unprepared. But wait, because the court case is only going to get more complicated. Regardless of whether you're rooting for Remy or Claressa, the scandal is undoubtedly helping both women's visibility. It's crucial to remember that both women have sizable fan bases in different fields. For example, Claressa's ardent boxing fans are supporting her, arguing that she was provoked and had every right to defend her reputation, while Ray's devoted hip-hop fans are supporting her. Believe that Claressa is concealing something, and they are supporting Remy's exposure 100%. Hashtags like #DarkTink Claressa and #JockFree Remy are spreading like wildfire on social media, turning this fight into a battle for public opinion rather than just a physical altercation. Now, let's discuss the real-world repercussions of all this chaos. There have been rumors of possible sponsorship cancellations for Claressa, as one anonymous insider at a major sports brand disclosed, "We're carefully monitoring the situation. If we might have to revoke our sponsorships if Claressa is found guilty of any of these charges or if the legal proceedings continue for too long." While Claressa's supporters may perceive her as a fighter who is only protecting her honor, the truth is that if the matter is not resolved promptly, her brand could suffer significant financial losses. However, the thing is that Claressa is not backing down. She has a reputation to uphold, and the more intense this drama gets, the more determined Claressa's camp reportedly has a top-tier legal team lined up, and they're already preparing for a full-on legal battle. But let's not forget about Remy Ma. With all this publicity, she's evolving into more than just a reality TV star. People are viewing her as a hero for having the guts to call out that untouchable boxer. In fact, multiple insiders have hinted that Remy is getting ready for her own comeback, and this time it won't be about just, if I'm going to be dragged through the mud, I'm going to get something out of it, an anonymous source close to Remy allegedly stated. Speaking of comebacks, Papoose is also getting caught in the crossfire as Ray's husband. He's been in the spotlight not only for his relationship with Remy, but also for the role he's playing in all of this. As you can see from the rumors suggesting Papoose is pitching a documentary about the entire saga, has reportedly been working behind the scenes to assist Remy in taking on Claressa. Some insiders even assert that he has been advising her on how to handle the public outcry. However, what if he has been doing more than just offering advice? Could Papoose be secretly assisting in the escalation of this feud, knowing that it will increase attention and potentially increase revenue for both his wife and their brand? The plot thickens. Let's take a step back and discuss the biggest losers. Some fans are already beginning to turn away from both sides because they feel that this drama is too much to bear. As one fan put it, "I don't care who's right or wrong anymore. I just want the fighting to stop. I just want to enjoy my music and sports without all this mess." The fans of both women are now caught in the midst of a toxic feud that could have serious long-term repercussions for everyone involved. Additionally, it's important to note that the media has been profiting from. You thought TMZ had a crazy headline, but you haven't seen anything yet. The fight footage, leaked recordings, and accusations are all part of this scandal, and some outlets have even begun to air exclusive interviews with people close to the situation who seem to have a little too much to say about what happened. One insider even claimed that this hospital altercation was planned from the beginning because Remy knew it would garner media attention, and Claressa couldn't back down without losing her credibility. But with so much at stake, what happens next? Both women are preparing for the next big battle, the one that will take place in court, and Claressa's legal team is preparing their case while Remy Ma is preparing to make this scandal her biggest career move to date. Meanwhile, Papoose is probably watching from the sidelines, aware that this whole situation could be his ticket to major celebrity drama. Will Claressa win? Will Remy's exposé continue to haunt her? What about the ass this drama is far from over? And you won't want to miss a single detail. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all the jaw-dropping twists and turns in the world of politics. Fans, will they continue to feel the fire? Or will they finally turn their backs on this never-ending saga? What do you think about this scandal? Who's in the wrong here? Is Claressa justified in her actions, or is Remy Ma simply exposing the truth that needs to be heard? Celebrity scandals? You won't want to miss the next major disclosure because there will be more to come. Explosive, rely on us and pay attention to.